was knocked out by someone in that is a filler tooth. Damn, look what you did to yourself. Pete Davidson joked he was 0 for 3 in a new SNL promo, which he proposed to a new chick. And now we know who the third girl is. Larry David's daughter. Sources tell us that Pete had proposed to Carrie David multiple times during the 2-year relationship. The exact number of times isn't clear, but we told there was definitely more than once. The sources say Cassie rejected his offer each time. They split in May before Pete got with and eventually proposed to Ariana Grande. As you know, the rest is history. As we reported, Ariana, damn, yo, took some shots at Pete in since tweeted saying, for somebody who claims to hate relevancy, you sure love clinging on to it, huh? Thank you. Next.
No longer singing that song.
You got some estrogen, possibly too much, inside of you. Pete,
Johnny Fives, the return version.
Have more male friends.
You can do it, Johnny, but we
My opinion. Rap Pussycat, does he need more male friends?
Tired of laughing at
taking those estrogen pills, turning his dick inside out to a pussy.
I wish you'd be a...
Kendall Jenner rebounding with Ben Simmons. Damn, after 76er game. This is the last time we're going to hear about the damn game. Sure seems like it, because the two got together for some private one-on-one after the game. Played the Clippers in Philadelphia this week, and we've got the video. Remember, Kendall and Jen broke things off in September after they was spotting kissing and war had did in a nightclub despite being in a relationship with Simmons for months. It appeared the two had moved on until Thursday night when Kendall showed up at Ben's game at Wells Fargo Center. Witnesses say Kendall had a private suite and tons of security.
If you want to find yourself.
After the game, security cleared an exit route for her so she could meet
more on. And just need more eyeballs on this direction. Because at the end of the day, like I say some pretty awesome shit. Some of it's boring, but that's why we got the delete button, and all it takes is for me to pay attention to myself. So you know what I can't wait to get eventually? I saw they got these wireless USB storage devices. So I was thinking, because you can hook up that USB stick. It's like a USB storage device. 64 gigabytes or 100. I was thinking 256 because I got 128 right now powering the video game show. If there is wireless connectivity under that, that would be so easy to copy over what I just did and go back on the remote control, push back button, let it refresh the whole page, and just play it again. That amazes me. Like, wow. Look how far we've come. The reason why I took all the stuff off over here is because I don't want to make it so difficult to get behind there. So eventually, you won't see wires and you won't see this mess. It'll be an area that I could easily go back there to fix anything if I ever needed to. It's just taking me 8 months breaking it in. I've been watching more videos on YouTube about cabling, because I never went to school or anything. So I figured out what a balanced cable was, and I can teach you guys what one is. So a balanced cable is basically one of these, an XLR. And the reason why these produce better quality is because one is a ground and the other two are sending the same signal out. And I believe they're half phase, so they're out of phase. And then when they come together, and the reason for that is because they offset the issues, and that prevents noise from getting in. So when you have a cable like this that is producing the hum signal, but when you adjust the signal just a bit, you can cancel out that, you know? You can cancel out. So I learned something. Also, I'd be watching a bunch of videos on just the way how people master music, and sometimes I get bored with those. And then you watch people from around the world in these huge, massive studios. I don't ever visualize about it, but like, damn, that's got to be a headache just to be a part of. I'm sure it's a great area to work, but like, I guess only during the installation process, not now. But trying to wire all that up and hook it up. Yeah, that's gotta be a freaking nightmare. A B on my report card, because it looks like, yeah, it looks like he tried. It looks like he you know, he got one or two good pulls. He didn't do an A, didn't do a perfect, not enough to fail. But B, yeah. C, probably a C. I got a bunch of C cards. See, look, I did it. That's all it takes. Yeah, you can keep your dirty looks aside. Thanks. Alright, we're gonna load up another 35-cent bowlers. If any of those who care. Because if it looks like I'm doing a lot, nah, yo. Ain't doing shit. Just sitting here. Were you able to do that, man? With restriction turned off all the way at the bottom of the page. How do you flip it off and just hit OK? How are you able to do this kind of stuff? Like, I'm amazed in your abilities. You have given me the reason to breathe every day. If it wasn't for you, like, my life is shit. It sounds so cheesy, but it's so true.
I still got a broken back, but you are the reason I get off at 11 and don't stay till 12. And I look forward to watching these shameless episodes and series with my best friend. No quotes. Shit. Exclamation points. Best friend. Never thought I'd have one of those. Cause y'all got razor blades up your sleeves and knives. You know? Oh, well, you know, well, I could throw you under the bus too, but damn, if that's all you gonna do all damn day. Like, that shit gets old, so I could finally found someone I could chill with. Who ain't about that life. Who ain't about telling each other our faults in life. I don't know what she ticks, so let's see what those strengths are. Weaknesses. We'll find them eventually, but who can operate in high volumes. Otherwise, maybe you can go back to your taxi service. Maybe you can show your wife the winner you really are. Why don't you go back and show all your friends what kind of dude you are in the job you now got? Why don't you go back and make an impression of the loser you could be? That's a definite possibility, but it's up to you to make the right choice. Hello, yeah, welcome to Jeopardy. Today we're gonna play with you in your mind. It's pop quiz hot shot. There's a bus. It's going 50 miles an hour. Once the bus goes 51, the watch is on. Once the cheap gold watch is armed, you can't get it turned off anymore. What do you do? She wants to know what bus it's on. That is correct. Alright, so you just saved your job. So why don't you come back to my office? And for that, we're going to celebrate with a 35-cent bowl here. Alright, so we got employee of the day.
Examine me, I'll examine you.
Yeah.
Help me out, I'll do the same.
You got a new stapler. Pencils are all sharpened. And you get 5 hits out of the bong. Because you're the employee of the day.
That's where we go back and fix. That is this opinion. I'm shedding this for myself cause it's been hard. Changing, skipping time life. I'm smoking this weed cause it helps. The tear as I talk. I'm nice and slow so I saw. So I can see a lesson learned. I'm being taught. The spokesman up on stage. He says
Are you ready to exhale the demons?
I don't understand a thing. But the punishment is great. I must assume. Send it instantly to our clouds, to our thousands of friends, get back to our white mansion.
Ooh, we're getting good.
Cause we chill in hot tubs. Wake up with our dicks getting sucked and your pussy being ate. Wake up naked, sprawled in bed.
I feel like working now.
It's beautiful weather, you just walk straight in the shower.
I wanna
freezing. Damn, cold.
I'm gonna go edit.
Can't wait to get under the cover.
Then at night, and I'm gonna show.
This schedule may work out.
I don't know why. This is an opportunity for me to help you understand.
Like, man, I can't wait.
Besides my music, there's always something to offer
I
here
can actually go outside and get some sun.
at Creative Wind Studios.
Now I
But
gotta walk around a block.
I think
would be good for me.
the more information you know
Good for the core muscles. When you have surgeries,
will help
you don't wanna
you
do things.
create a new bond.
Your muscles tend to get
I see in the future
weaker,
that
you're
this
prone
won't be looked
more
at
accidents,
like contraband.
prone to
Yeah, it looks
more damage to
junky, but
yourself.
within time. Hopefully they don't have to do and use these things. And
You guys didn't hear that.
but for starters, I guess starters always start here
Trying to be shit.
before they graduate into more.
Life. Damn, I got some heavy ass feet.
You start with a glass bong before you end with a silly bong.
Noise suppression, little mic setup to not catch the vibration.
Stopping by everyone, cwspod.com. Find me on Spotify. The easy place to find the albums is CW's Pod.
Go outside and get some sun. Now I gotta walk around a block.
CWspod.com, because there's albums by two separate names, and that's why you can't find them all. But if I started with CW's Pod, they would all be there, and your jaw would be even deeper. But if you go to CWspod.com, click on albums up on top, it'll take you to a page where you see all of them. And then, there's where you can go like, damn, yo. And then eventually I want to make a page where you can find them all. And it seems like that page will grow within time, but that's a good something for me to do when I'm in a lot of pain. It's something that can keep my mind busy. And I don't focus too much on it at all. It's just a place, an information site. I'm like, all I got to do is manage my YouTube page and manage the website and have correct and updated information. That's all I got to do. And come in here and sit and do my job. Besides that, that's my job. That's my job for the next 10 years. And, when we get this all hooked up, we'll be making beats. Like, oh, man, I don't remember making that. We will be doing that kind of stuff. I don't remember making that. And so stay tuned, because we'll it'll be fun.
But it actually turned out well. It's only like 3 minutes long.
And this is my music career. 300 albums. 300 albums. 50 tracks each. They are themed, made for radio stations, for the DJ, not real songs, just something long enough that you're not missing it, but long enough that it doesn't bore you to death. So I found a minute and a half is on the short side, and we're going to move up to like maybe 2.5 minutes. So for the future DJs out there, I'm going to start making stuff that's more 2.5 minutes, and that'll be good for me as a writer. So that's, you can expect, we're still going to make more music, and that's my music career, whether I do it or not. I painted that as my career. In every 7th album, like 7, 14, 21, 20,
just clicks. It clicks. And you will be a changed person from that. That will be the best $100 that you will ever spend. Best $100. And, within 5 days, you could start making money off of your 5 tracks real quick, and you could see it within your CD Baby account. And CD Baby gets the extra royalties that you are owed. So, like this last few months ago, I got a paycheck from Sound Exchange for $400. I think that's a yearly thing, so next year, my paycheck's probably going to be from that place. I get paid a lot, but there was just a huge lump sum. I think it's just a yearly adjustment that there is a woman out there for you. And woman, there is a guy for you. Do not give up on yourself. I believe you will find the right guy that doesn't disappoint you and matches up to your high expectations. I'm sure some guy will find something in you. Goes both ways, remember that.
Gimme. But you forgot a dress for the occasion. Or am I the only one that's got a dress?
It, so I know it's there. It's about the Arabian Dam. And it's about the struggles that people had. And like 1,000 people died making that dam in the desert. They made it have 3 years of water. So that gave them electricity in the 1950s. And you guys may forget that life really began when electricity was here, because you couldn't do shit with yourself unless you had a wall socket and something to plug in there. If you didn't have that, like if you took everything away in your daily life that took your electricity, you would be bored as shit. That's a straight up fact. So imagine what life was before batteries and electricity. That was just less than 100 years ago. Less than 100 years ago did we come to invent electricity, the light bulbs, and everything included. Some people just don't know that. You know, they think it's been around here forever. Well, welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be here this evening because what? Yeah, he's the best. I like that word. Best. Best of them all. So we got some new weed today. I want to try smoking with my best friends on the internets. We have Clementine. Woo, for weed. Look at those buds. If you're not old enough, go back to preschool, Holmes. Turn off my channel and delete that shit. Stop watching porn. Stop doing drugs. Stop it. Go play with fire trucks. You're too damn young to be watching my shit. So here it is, ladies and gents. Welcome to Creative Wind Studios. I'm going to show you the correct way to hit a bong. This bong can fall onto the floor. People in areas where weed is illegal. You see in there, so this is bendable. Bendable like your dildo that you be hopping on every day. So once you put the dildo looking device, bendable and all that, you know, once you shove it up to your mouth, you got to you got to suck on the tip. Don't forget to put fluid in the bottom of it, because that will save you from destruction. That will save you from committing suicide. And smoking it like this is much better than smoking cigarettes or cigars or like this or even a bowl, because the water sits right down here. This pipe goes underwater, so when you suck, you're blowing bubbles. You're sucking bubbles. You're sucking the smoke from up here down into this pipe through this water system. So any debris that may come from up here, which the screen doesn't catch, it is in the water and it doesn't end up in your lungs, which ends up killing your ass. And up here, you've got this, which is another protector from sucking up debris. The whole point of this junky utensil is to protect yourself from incorrect ways of smoking drugs. incorrect ways of smoking the grass that Jesus Christ himself put here on earth for us to smoke on 4th of July. Can I get an amen? Amen. Yeah. Happy 4th. Can I get an amen? Amen. The reason why you puff and you hold it inside of your lungs is because it is a way better experience than just exhaling, faking puffing. You got to hold that in and it will attach to all the demons in your body. The demons are attracted to smoke. That's what hell is basically. It's full of smoke. And anytime demons see smoke, they run to it. And you exhale, and you're exhaling the demons. That's why the weed makes you feel so great. It's because one moment you got demons, next moment you got less demons. That is what I believe. And I really don't want you to ruin my belief system. I don't want you to be a party downer and tell me that's not how it works. Because I have a book here that says exactly like the smoke. I feel cleaner from the water, and it takes fire, wind, and water to fight the demons. Well, you got it in the palm of your hand, homie. You got it right there in the palm of your hand. So I don't know what y'all complain about when you be like, weed is the devil. Weed is so bad. Is it? Is it? Huh? You want to go on this debate, little child? So just shut up and listen, because I'm tired of debating. There's no debate. Debate's over yesterday. So thank you for attending this educational class, but please sit down and study the word of the book, which I am trying to show you at my show and tell. Today's Wednesday. Wednesday is show and tell day. Happy 4th of July. We're going to light some flames up here in the name of weed is. Oh, man. Whoa. I feel. Yeah. Wow. I feel great. This is the offering. You see those demons come out. I saw a demon in there. There, right there, yo. See the smoke? See it? That's ready. So when you see it smoking like that, it's ready to fight demons. Ready to fight your demons. And you suck it in.
Acapellas. There's some. You know what? I think I will just let Virtual DJ do that one of these days. Virtual DJ 10. That's probably coming out in 5 years. When it comes out, I want 2 playlists. Atomics. One on the left and one on the right for each player. And I want that to beat match automatically through the player playlist, even random mode. That would be good. Right click and randomate. So when it plays, it sounds great. Think you can do that, Virtual DJ makers? Or will that be an issue for you? Well, this is all Jesus is going to allow me to have today to smoke. Otherwise, we ain't gonna be able to do our job. It's the whole reason why I'm alive. It's the whole reason I came back here after 2005. Because we ain't done rapping yet, man. W, we, A, N. We ain't, no, we, W-E-D, no, W-A-D. Google. W, we ain't done rapping yet. Wadri. Huh. Come here, Wadri. It's a crazy name. Let's go see what that means. Looks like I'm an animal. Does that scare you? From the all breed horse. So I'm an all breed. That does make sense in database. Yo, homie, you better watch out, man. Wadri. Yo, my name's Wadri. Huh, it's kind of nice. Hey, man, have you heard Wadri's last episode? Wadri. Huh, kind of like the name. Alexa, who is Wadri? Jesus puts me in timeout. But before I know it, like 20 minutes in the corner, and there is no need to stare at walls, because punishment is slow. Punishment creates PTSD. I have many traumatic experiences after the fact they happened. When I got into that plane crash and walked out alive, it gave me some PTSD. 2005 gave me some PTSD. Yeah, I was never the same. Why don't you go ask anyone who knowed. Damn, that's not a word. Who knew this wreck. Node. I never said that in my life. Yo, we must be higher than we've ever been before, because I just made up a new word. Suffering. If you want my lifestyle, then you also got to take the pain too. If you want to learn how to make my beats, then you also got to learn how to take the pain too. And it's when you say that then people are like, nah, maybe not. Because when you start taking my life and you're like, damn, I wish I was him, you have to take in these drugs that screw up your concentration, your thought. It takes away some of your emotion. That's why I don't have much facial expressions. Because when I was young, I was on this stuff called Prolixin decanoate. It was drugs that you would shoot in your muscle once every 2 weeks. And that's how I got my medicine, because I hated taking pills. I took them all my life. I was like, nah, I ain't going to do this anymore. Only till I moved out of Nebraska did I drop that life of mental ball and chain to like physical ball and chain. So hopefully I'm going to make a bunch of money and just feel, I'm not going to feel happier, but
maybe for once I won't feel so trapped. I don't mind being trapped. Like, this life is okay. I'm not complaining about my life. I actually enjoy it. I feel like it's a privilege, and I look at it as a privilege. I don't try to believe as I'm, top shit. It is what it is, man. There's no one for this job. This is what I got. Let's just try to do the best we can without offending large amounts of people. But let's get in there somehow so we affect them in a good way, since life affected us and we are so experienced on life's affecting us and controlling my emotions when my brain tells me it's the worst. Nah, I just don't remember the x-ray. Yo, that's confusion. What do? You can't tell yourself no. Nah, yo, that ain't right. Because your brain's sending you pain signals that, is through the roof. But what tests do we got to measure pain signals? We ain't that smart, man. Nope. Hopefully we will be, but we don't even know what causes Alzheimer's. And it's not aluminum. And it's not aluminum. Although I read some bad information out there. Like, who would do that? Who would sit back and be like, there have been no studies on if aluminum causes Alzheimer's, even though there have been conversations that aluminum may cause. And then they're like, even though we have found no discrepancies on some Alzheimer's website, many still believe that it's like, damn, it's like, why even write the article if you got zero links to it? It's like just something to do. That's a way to think. But we live in times where you can do it, All I gotta do is make you believe. Since I make myself believe hope. It's not as bad. It's not as hard as you think. It's sort of like you're waking up every day. You gotta take pills. You gotta take them right on time. And then you can make it through the day. But you gotta stay focused. Like, I burn up all my weed and I need to stay on it. If I want to come up here and, give the best show of my life. Then I'm like listening to this. And I'm like, damn, we got so much stuff here, and my bed sounds comfy. Today was supposed to be bed day anyway, but holy crap, we already did an outstanding day. We put in a lot of video game content. You're feeling good. It makes up for all of everything that's gone wrong in your past week. So I'm in pain every day, so I don't want to remember. People are like, nah, it's the drugs, why you can't remember. So sometimes I'm like, I catch myself before I'm like, oh.
Life will be different. And this is one that I struggle with because, I don't see myself getting into a wheelchair. You don't see too many, legendary rappers doing their thing from a wheelchair. That interferes with my future of just who I see myself as. Being in a wheelchair is the last thing I want for myself. I don't want to wheel myself around, man. I can walk, but maybe not in 20 years. Maybe in 20 years, I don't want to get up because the pain is what stops me from walking long distance. I can still get up, but it's the pain that eventually gets to me. And that's why now I don't want to do stuff, because why be in pain, man? If I can hold my piss for 2 more hours so I don't have to feel that pain, I might. And that's the way how life is. Stupid, but it's true shit. I don't want to do the basic functions of life, like eat, because I'm in pain. And then you tell yourself, no, that's not a valid option, because you still got to eat, you still got to take a whiz, you still got to go to the crapper, you still got to,
do all of these things. And, you know, you start to forget. That's partly why I'm so skinny, is because I'm management. And if you manage for so long, especially after back surgery, you can't do anything. You're going to tell yourself you're going to wait. And that's where the self-discipline starts coming in, because you start yelling at yourself. Like, oh yeah, you want a bag of chips, fatso? I used to be a fatso, man. And now I need to gain more weight. So when you go through a long chronic pain management, you start to naturally focus the mind on possibilities, because you're no longer trying to find faults with your life and destroy it so you could have a lifestyle like this. Now you're focused on the possibilities, because all you see, or reminded of, I should say, you're reminded of how bad you feel. You're reminded of how life is going to be a challenge. So you need to focus on possibilities much more than you do like dead-end roads. If you don't understand, you will eventually. Chronic pain will rob you blind. Chronic pain will take you from your family, take you from your enjoyment, take you from camping. It'll steal you from your loved ones. It'll take you away from holidays. It will put a lid on all of the things that you truly enjoyed in life. Cruising in the car, going on trips. And all of that is replaced with suffering and silence. Who really wants to hear you talk about your pain nonstop, bro? So you may talk about it for the first 6 months, but after that, you go for the next 35 years suffering in silence. That's what it is. Stigma related to pain? I mean, you know, I know someone in chronic pain and they can do it, so why can't you? You look like you are walking just fine into the studio. You look perfectly fine, bro. Listen to you. You look happy. You sound happy. Why do you need those drugs for? You look like it's because I'm on these drugs, man. And so there's this huge stigma related to chronic pain, because pain is like a mental illness. There's no way to prove that I'm depressed. There's no way to prove that I'm in pain. There's no way to prove that my dick is going soft. There is no way to prove that I love you. There is no way to prove any of that. So the stigma to it is, well, my grandma, she said she had chronic pain, and she was only on 2 milligrams of that. So why do you need 8? So what are you, a criminal? Are you a drug-seeking junkie? Of course, right? That's immediately where your brain goes. Next time you have a migraine or something, I'm not going to believe you. And, you know, what are we breeding here? Are we breeding empathetic animals who only feel empathetic on their terms? What is it? Do you share apathy? Do you give a crap? Or what is it? Because I got no more notes here. So what does that mean? Does that mean that my chronic pain management comes to an end? Does that mean I can just clock out and go back and chill? Not take any of these hardcore drugs and just, because I'm feeling good now, that's what it must be for the rest of life? Or do I have to be on top of it at least 2 hours ahead? Vampires worldwide looking for a piece of me, looking for a piece of my time. Homie, I only get so many times per day that I gotta just chill back